And just like that, the gravel ended. But that is the nature of adventure riding. Gotta ride the paved roads to get to the gravel roads. Then when the gravel runs out, you use more paved road to get to another gravel road. And to all those street riders out there that love their street bikes, they can logically argue, why should I buy another bike that has off-road features when I'm quite happy with the one that I have? And I cannot deny the logic in that, because I myself am a stronger street rider than off-road. But I enjoy both very much. And that's why in 2018, when I re-entered riding motorcycles, the 650 V-Strom was my choice of bikes. It's a very smooth and nice bike to ride on streets, and you can brave some pretty rough gravel roads if you want to. It's just not going to be super smooth and comfortable off-road. And I have owned a KLR, and they are very smooth off-road. Their suspension handles the bumps really well. But the 800DE from Suzuki was more of my likings, and that's why I have that. But I definitely think that Jeremiah is going to upgrade his ride soon. But that leads me to saying that if I had to have one type of bike, it would be this 800DE. Very comfortable on the roads, great power, comfortable off-road, and it checks all the boxes that I want out of an ADV bike. And I love it when Jeremiah puts together little rides like this that have both gravel, off-roading, and paved surfaces. But I do favor the ADV bike that's a little bit better on the road than it is off-road, because without a doubt, you always have to take paved roads in the beginning and at some point or other during your ride. So I hope you enjoy the content that I make, and I'm not an advocate of getting rid of your street bike that you love so much. But if you are new in riding, or you're going to re-enter riding like I did in 2018 after a long break, I think you're missing out on one of the greatest motorcycle opportunities that you have riding today, if you don't get an adventure bike. But hey, I've said it before, that riding makes me feel free, and that freedom of riding on street only is a decision that I will always support. So if you ride solo or with a group, keep those two wheels down and keep the adventures rolling. Something that's worth mentioning as I make this video, of all the miles and minutes in this video that I'm editing out, I'm going to make a guess that 98% of the time in which we're riding, there's no one else on these roads. And it's a Saturday. And I've ridden a lot of roads in Virginia, Maryland, and West Virginia where I live. But these roads in Pennsylvania, especially around Buchanan State Park, or State Forest, are a gem because of their lack of traffic. And speaking of gems, here's a treat for you. Experienced riders will seek out a covered bridge like this when it's anywhere near a route that they're taking. They enjoy riding through them and maybe stopping and taking a picture or two. We tend to record everything so we can take snapshots. But I guess the allure is that it's a rare find. And these days, if there's still a covered bridge out there, it's being well maintained. So look for them in your travels. They never disappoint. And now for some parting pics as sort of a riding review with snapshots that I took along the way in the video. I really hope that you like my content and will subscribe to my channel. But if you don't have a YouTube account and you can't subscribe to my channel, or even click like if you like it, I'm still glad that you're watching. I will continue my documentary of the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, and I will try to inspire everyone to get out and enjoy God's green earth and the wonder that all of creation is. And that means don't just watch my videos, get out and ride. And thanks for watching. And always remember to ride what you have whenever you can, wherever the road takes you.